Alright, this video is going to be about Rat Race. Everyone's least favorite 2v2 map that people still play sometimes. Some people don't like this map, they think it's boring. I would say over the last few years there's been like 3 series where people willingly play it when I haven't been in Tennessee. So, kind of sucks, but I do get it. There are no snipers on this map, there are no rockets on this map, so I guess it's not exciting enough for people. I don't know. But so right now I'm just showing the spawns, and I really should have shown this video first as far as spawns went, probably, because unlike Chill Out and Prisoner, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, Chill Out and Prisoner are pretty straightforward too, especially Prisoner, but there are 3 levels, and to new players that may be kind of confusing. So in Rat Race, there's essentially, I look at it as 2 levels, because there's tunnels above you, kind of where I'm at right here, but I'm just walking around showing that their spawns are pretty much right next to you. There's only a few places, which I'll show later, where the levels come into play. So Rat Race, I hope everyone plays this map, Master Chief Collection. I hope people like it, because it's a pretty good 2v2 map. I think it's a really fun 4v4 map. I hope it's in the 4v4 playlist. But yeah, that was right there, by the way, that was just kind of a weird spawn. Actually, that might have been a random, which I'll talk about later. But so right now I'm just showing shield spawn, the worst spawn in the map, I think, and I'll talk about that a little bit when I show you why you get it all the time, because you're never going to be just hanging out at shields. Hanging out at shields is stupid, and if you're doing it, you're probably getting your teammate killed over and over, or you're probably dying over and over and getting spawned there by your teammate. So right now I'm just showing you how, I mean, I'm literally just walking through the map showing you that the spawns are pretty much right next to you. So here I am under Cloak. Cloak is a little weird in this map. It spawns every minute and 30 seconds. It's like the only map where that happens, I think. Or the only 2v2 map where that happens. I don't think it happens in any other map. So I'm actually blocking a spawn right now. I think that's why I keep spawning there. It should spawn to my right now. But anyway, Rat Race is pretty straightforward. I think it's a really fun map in 2v2s. I get why people think it can be boring, because you just kind of set up and flank and set up for power-ups. I mean, you do that in every map, but it's a lot of flanking and a lot of working together. I think it's a great teamwork map, though. So here at top, we just call this top, where I'm from. So top's not a great place to be either. You can kind of see Cloak from here, but you can nade Cloak back from up top, so that's not super useful. Just being able to see it from up here. I don't know. It's just not a great place to be. It's good if you spawn your teammate here, when it's either this spawn or shields, I think. If they know you're up in tunnels, you'll see what I'm talking about when I go up into tunnels and talk about that. But right now I'm just still walking through, showing spawns. This is my wife, by the way, a second player, just killing herself over and over. Just for you people out there that care about Rat Race spawns. Or maybe she's doing it for me, I'm not sure. But either way, that's what's going on right now. So now we're just walking up at, I'd call this an OS port, a red port. I don't know what other people call it. It's really just a lot of, I mean, it's a lot of flanking, a lot of catching people on spawns in this map. I really like it. 4v4 is great. I love CTF, even though I feel like one team is more, has an advantage. King of the Hill is fun here. I actually liked playing Oddball here back in the day. And I love playing Accumulation here, the most underrated Halo 1 game type of all time. It's already built into the game, and I don't think many people play it. We always played it in 4v4 in Tennessee. Alright, now we're going to talk about tunnels. The most important spawns in the whole map, I think. Because when you're in tunnels, you can control your teammate spawns just about anywhere in the map if you're quick enough. So you see how I just ported from dark down there. And right around this portal here, it's just, they're going to spawn at shields every time. So if anyone sees you rush portal from dark into tunnel, and they know your teammate is dying or is about to die, they'll just start nading shields. So you see right now how I'm just gonna walk around and show you the other spawns you can get from tunnel. So up here, close enough to that, you'll get top, and I'm just gonna hug this wall, because when you hug this wall, you can kind of push down into red portal or over shield where you can see OS, and that's really useful if you're trying to get. So one of the ways I like to get over shield in this map is have one teammate down in dark to where they can see under it, and one up in tunnels so they can drop on top of it if they need to. And if your teammate dies, you don't want to be spawning them at shields the whole time, because you're chilling out at dark portal. You want to be able to get them back down to where they can see over shield, but not necessarily right under over shield, which I'm about to be. Check this out. So they'll spawn directly under me right now. Yeah, so if you're spawning your teammate there, and they just killed your teammate there, and they're trying to push bottom again, guess what? They're just going to kill your teammate over and over. I've won games like that because I was down, and the guys kept spawning their teammate under overshield while it was spawning. So we just killed him like 3 times in a row because he wanted the overshield so bad. But guess what? We got it. Because all you have to do is nade up from bottom there. Just throw grenades from the bottom constantly up into tunnels. It's really hard to get overshield when you're doing that from top. So you see what I'm doing now? I'm just walking through, showing you how you can spawn there, where you will spawn if you're in tunnels. So there you go again, back at shields just because I'm out in front of this portal. Terrible place to be. And I told my wife, headshot that person with a rocket so they don't block these spawns that we're about to do here in a minute. So right here is, if you hug the corner here, you still got shield spawn, which sucks, but so you hug this corner, and this is a way of getting your partner just out of that spawn at shields. If they're at dark, if they're at cloak, they can see shield spawn. They're going to kill them every time. So as you can see, they're spawning up top, pretty much right behind me through this wall. So that's a useful spawn. It's situational. It's not like you're always going to want your guy to spawn top. In fact, I would be willing to say you rarely want your guy to spawn top because he's out of range of a lot of things. Something else you can do is people think your teammate's going to spawn there. Rush portal again, spawn him dark, rush back. A lot of people aren't looking at that. They'll be trying to nade shields and the guy will just turn around and kill him. Or you'll turn around and kill him. So here's how you can tell if you're under cloak waiting for it on that magic minute 30 and you're really excited because you're going to shoot it down and you've killed one of the other guys. Well, guess what? If he's up here trying to do what I'm doing right now, which is a little nade trick you can do, just nades it to yourself up top so you don't have to drop. His teammate's going to spawn right in front of you the whole time. So just watch for that if you're waiting for cloak. Alright, here we are again. I just run back in this corner. So I basically covered the areas that you can spawn in this map. I think next is, yeah, here's the randoms. So there's like 3 randoms in this map. And I wouldn't say any of them are super useful because they're out of positions you want to be. So this one is just you block this spawn at the bottom of this big ramp. And yeah, it's not a super exciting random. It's nothing cool. And you're almost never there. I rarely use it. Here's another one I definitely almost never use because if you're up here, I don't know why anyone would sit up here. I guess it's a good place to be if you're watching this portal. But so it's not the spawn I'm in right now, and it's not this spawn. Because watch what happens. If you try to block either of these spawns, they just spawn right next to you. So all it is you kind of get between them, and it kind of blocks both of them. I just stand sideways like this. I don't think you have to stand sideways, but that's just how I do it. And that's a random. Again, you see where they're at. They're not in the most useful places in the whole map, so it's not that great, I guess. So now I'm down in another random, which I've not really seen many people do, probably because it's in a stupid spot. You're never really just hanging out here. The only reason I think you'd ever be here is if they both spawn top for some reason. You didn't want your partner to spawn shields. It's just kind of a weird one. It's not super useful, but there it is. If you ever want to give that random, it's that little square there. And I'm just, yeah, that's it. I shine a flashlight on it so you can see it. That little square, look down. I think you can be to the left a little bit too, and maybe, because if you're too far to the left, you spawn back in dark to the left. And if you're too far to the right, you spawn back to the right. If you're too far forward, you spawn at shields. So, yeah, there you go. Super exciting stuff. I like Rat Race. I think it's a fun map. I think it sucks that most people don't like it. Yeah, it's not the most exciting map of all time, but there's a lot of strategy and a lot of teamwork that goes into it, and a lot of working your spawns, because the spawns are pretty straightforward in this one, and randoms don't come into play nearly as much as they do in other maps. So there you go. Hope that wasn't total shit. Thanks.